Hello everyone and welcome to Congratulations You're a Dick episode 9. This is the series where I compile articles of assholery and I present them to you for your betterment or enjoyment. Today we have no script. Where's my script? Today we have an A44 getting his jimmies royally muscled. We got Manliness Man. So enjoy that. And we have just a dickhead. Just a giant dickhead. So hit the like and subscribe buttons and enjoy. Okay, so today I could not think of a reason or summon any motivation to get my fat ass out of bed. And progress on this very video has felt kind of like trying to hit back a tennis serve from Roger Federer with a spoon. Literally, the amount of bullshit that I've just somehow transcribed from its purest form into satirical content has fallen not far short of being mentally damaging. And watching these replays, I take my dick exposure to unprecedented and obscene levels, and attempting to stem the tide of unfathomable twattery contained within them feels like trying to teach Shakespeare to a goat, which would probably perform it better than my college drama teacher. Dull, uninspired bitch. Anyway, remember, in the 40T. Now, here we are on the highway, or if you like, Skyway. Naming prompted by a lack of spatial management present on this map. However, in its defence, the corridors here at least attempt not to look like corridors, and oddly enough, the outcome of one flank doesn't decide the outcome of the entire game. Both flanks on this map can actually lead to a win, so yay! Now, Lumumba here has a distinctly average game here, but don't let that deter you, for he's merely the messenger. The real focus of this particular clip is on the guy in the A44. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce the name. I'm just going to call him Asvan Dick Nozzle. So, what do you need to know about Asvan? Some say he's intellectually challenged by Where's Wally books, and once played hide-and-seek with his reflection. All we know is he's a bit of a dick, as evidenced quite plainly when Lumumba nearly gets his cupola bludgeoned off his tank by the A44's shell. Alright, for clarity and disregarding the benefit of hindsight, stupid, not necessarily malicious. That, however, displays not only a breathtaking level of incompetence, but also significantly weakens the not malicious argument. And there, he's just shot him again. And judging by the fact that he's not dead, we can assume that the A44 is not using the top 107mm gun, and is instead possessed of one of the 76mm based on the alpha damage. Now, Lumumba is admirable in his attempts to ignore these provocations. He just wants to help stunt the aggression displayed by the enemy force on the south. The force which is going to get absolutely slaughtered by the E25 on their team, who will finish this game on 8 kills, because that's what E25s do. Unfortunately, after this whole sordid affair concludes and the A44 has ceased attempting to ram him to death, he gets spotted in the open by a tiger. Oh nee! Surely this is the end. And yes it is, because the A44 finally succeeds in killing him, and is instantly banned. Something funny for you. Statistically, Asvan in the A44 is 1,270 times more useful to the team banned than he is present at the keyboard, because in what must have been the unveiling of the A44's incredible scoping master plan, the Tiger decides to YOLO mindlessly after the ban tank and gets mauled track from track by the remaining tanks. So, well done, A44, you took one for the team, buddy! Yeah, now, I wasn't satisfied. I almost never am, but I wanted to know more about a Herculean hero. So I looked at what he had to say just before his final shot, which was... Svete atuput casa, which, according to Google Translate, means go to your fucking house. Now, I postulated briefly that may have meant go to your garage or go to your base, you know, just general stuff people say before I team kill you. Then I realised I actually recognised this language from my training under the monks of Unjankati, the manliness monks. And it's actually a disguised form of an ancient dialect called Faktade. And loosely translated, it means, you're better than me. I have a very small penis, and I'm feeling insecure about that. I simply can't comprehend anticipation of alternate game states, and as a result, you must suffer the consequences of my own inadequacies, of which there are many. Did I mention my penis yet? It's such an elegant language. Fortunately for us, the A44 actually listed the measurements of his penis earlier, so that much we're not in the dark about. This one caused quite a stir at the Honest Gaming offices. Whole team got thrown for a loop by it. Even Xavier didn't have a clue about what was going on. Of course, by offices, I mean my bedroom. By team, I mean me and my cat. And by Xavier, I mean my penis. But still, we're all very confused by the events that transpire in this replay. You see, the Panzer 1C is a very unique vehicle. I believe Jingles once touted it as being the most fun you can have with your pants on. And while I do resent Jingles for making me imagine him with no pants on, I can agree with the sentiment. The way Maya 200 plays it in this game, however, you'd think it was an M3 Lee. There's an ever-present and disconcerting lack of screw you and your logic going on here, until suddenly his driver seemingly gets distracted by the sexy-ass Hetzer hetzing along up there and manages to spiral spectacularly into a burning, twisted heap of scrap metal. So, what happened? Was he really so enamoured by the Hetzer that it caused his death? No, we here at Honest Gaming have gone above and beyond yet again, and we've discovered what really happened, and here it is. Oh, what a fantastic day to be here, playing my Panzer 1C on Himmelsdorf.
Oh no, please come down.
This is a job for Manliness Man.
Don't stay up there, I need
What
you.
seems to be the problem, citizen?
Manliness man! Thank goodness you're here. My kitty's stuck on top of the shed. Look. Meow.
That is one ugly-ass cat.
Can you help Manliness man?
Of course I can, citizen. Stand back.
Oh,
Oh my god! Oh, that was so fucking stupid!
meow. Manliness man, you've done it again.
So, I think that explains everything. No one should have any questions. Right? Good. Yeah, but seriously, if you do have to leave a game for some reason, I understand real life takes priority, at least, at the decency to go AFK, so that the enemy team can find you and kill you if they win the game. Don't suicide, it is a dick move. In this case, a fairly spectacular dick move, but a dick move nonetheless. Query. Scorpion G. Overpowered? I'm currently in the later stages of a belief that wargaming is introducing far too many overpowered premium tanks. Defender, Patriot, Classic Grand Final, AMX M449. Debate them all individually or you like. My perspective held them in overpowered ranks because I compare them starkly and objectively to older premiums like the 112, WZ111, the IS-6, the T-34, Lerva. Now, a good few of those have preferential matchmaking, so I expect them to be a little worse, but at this stage, it feels like when I draw that comparison, I'm not even using same tier tanks, which I am. It feels like I'm comparing new tanks to something archaic and irrelevant. And I feel offended by that notion. No, that new tanks lacking preferential matchmaking outclass and overpopulate older premiums to such an extent that it undermines the contributions of people who bought those tanks at a time when they were significant. At a time when they performed the role that they were bought for, only to be left behind by the changing landscape of World of Tanks, forgotten by a developer that endlessly pursues the next paycheck, in blatant disregard of the player base that formed the foundation on which they now stand, tossing down tier 8 cash grabs and expecting us to lap them up like a gaggle of hungry pigeons. The sole redeeming factor in all of this is the system implemented whereby one can trade in old premiums for new ones, which displays potential awareness of the issue that I'm discussing. That said, if their priorities were more honourably aligned, their first step would have been rebalancing the older premiums for adaptability in higher tier combat, not introducing new ones in such a manner that it renders the old completely obsolete, thereby forcing players to upgrade, lest their purchase careens down into gold spamming game after game after game in futile attempts to be profitable. So yeah, congratulations Wargaming, that's a dick move. Anyway, why did I pick the Scorpion G as a lightning rod to spark that viewpoint? Well, there just so happens to be one in this game. One that will be focused on very heavily. This is him, NHT. Now, MTCTT, who sent the screenplay in, provoked a distinct ambivalence with me. My emotions got torn between, hey, thanks for the YouTube content, and screw you, go die in a hole for making me endure this! He's driving the AMX-30, and he has just died. Justice. Anyway, this game looks fairly certain. For quite a while, a little period until this team start dying like rabbits in a minefield. MT, being a fairly skilled player, encourages the Scorpion to begin mounting cap pressure, which, under the circumstance, is a wise move. And the Scorpion performs admirably, perching on the edge of the cap and putting some metal down range. Unfortunately, his objective doesn't seem to be cap pressure so much as to aggressively attack the enemy, which ends up costing him a good deal of health. Now, the enemy ST-1, who is still on full health by the way, has taken the hill. They've killed the Indian Panzer, but the ST-1 kills the Mod 1. So, now it's 2 Scorpion Gs versus a full health ST-1. Or STI, whatever, shut up. Now, from a tactical standpoint, the advantages of the Scorpion lie in distance, mobility, and its camera rating, gun accuracy at range, that sort of thing. Now, unfortunately, this is mines. And it looks for a moment as if NHT is going to do the right thing and start capping. But no, he's going to drive right past the cap to get to the other side of the hill, which is all well and good, but it's a full health STI. You're not going to win a straight up fight with him. AMX-30, for your insult, it will be lost. I'm sorry, when did he insult him? Must have missed that in the 4 times that I've watched this replay. Oh, yes, go to the cap, climb between the buildings, use multiple angles, utilize your mobility and numbers. No, he's not going to cap. Nope. Okay, he's going to drive to a bush at the back of the map and sit there like a bitch. Okay, now this might well take a while, so I'm just going to see if I can come up with some theories as to what his name stands for. Nasty, hostile tank. Fairly apt. Narrow-minded, hypocritical todger. Naturally horrible turd. Negligent, homophobic twat. Nerdy, homicidal tallywhacker. Neighbourhood hate-filled tit undone. Good timing, actually. AMX30, next time maybe ask instead insult. Again, this man has not insulted you. At this point, calling you an arrogant, entitled prick would be closer to fact than opinion, but still, he hasn't. Not once. It's becoming more and more abundantly clear that this guy is not simply painfully incompetent, because, as I have to keep reminding Jadeg, playing badly is not a reportable offence. What is a reportable offence, however, is deliberately losing the game because someone's imagined slights have offended your precious sense of entitlement. Which is exactly what's happened here. Look at this. Maybe AMX30 learnt the lesson, maybe not. I just... Yes. I think we have all learnt the lesson, Scorpion. We are all now painfully aware of what a condescending cockjockey you are. I would recommend a spirit quest to improve you as a person, but I honestly think if you ever found yourself, you'd be as disappointed as we all are. Good day.